無事なのは天元で守っていたからだ。基礎的な磁力操作と体術でこのレベル。五条悟、逆に貴様
聞きたいことがあるからこれくらいで勘弁してあげる。
What's going on YouTube? Tiberius here. Today, talking about our main man, Jogo. No, not that Jogo. Alright, now that we got that resolved, Jogo. Will of Fire, right? And what do you mean by that, Tiberius? That's what you're asking, and it's not like Hiruzen Sarutobi's version. It's more like he is all-encompassing of fire. It activates that flame on each end of the spectrum, pride, but even, sorrow. His whole thing is curses are the true humans. And originally I was like, how could that really make sense if curses are born of human emotions? And if there's no stress, anxiety, negative emotions being poured out by humans, I guess, would the curses even exist at that point? Would they eventually just run out? Or would it be a sense of they, keep their existence, but they just don't get any stronger? Because getting stronger through fear of fire. I'm not sure how that would play out, and we know Gege's not going to touch on that, so I'll just continue on. But now when I look at it and kind of see his whole character arc as, let's just say as a whole, because it's just about done with all the disaster curses at this point. I would love to see Mahito come back somehow. But with Jogo, his whole fight with Sukuna and going back and forth, it was, I have a particular theory that the person that he saw of Sukuna in the Cursed Realm is actually Sukuna's twin at, kind of was being more like a Yuji-esque character in Sukuna's life. Or Yuji was like just made of DNA of Sukuna's brother somehow. But if you want to see a theory like that, you could, drop a comment below and I'll do another video. And remember, like and subscribe while you're here. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to improve every video, including new things, getting better with thumbnails, editing, and I'm always down for suggestions, or, just helpful criticism. But back to the video. His fight with Sukuna, I also thought that, sorry, going back, backtracking for a second, it's because Sukuna looks way more crazed and evil in this fight than in any other fight. And we know it's an easy fight for him. Maybe it's because it's his first time with having full power. Or maybe it's because Gege was trying to play off of that with the character that Jogo sees in the Cursed Realm. Maybe, trying to juxtaposition of the two different conflicting sides of Sukuna. Or maybe we'll call him Twin Kuna. Jogo, he's told that you should have just burnt everything around you to cinder. Just kind of destroy everything. Create the fear, create the chaos yourself. Don't rely on others. We're seeing in the manga that it's kind of a theme. The strongest of each era is trying to find someone that kind of can understand them. What does it mean to be the strongest? And Jogo chose to align himself with the disaster spirits, which was just kind of hindering him. He is very strong, and Kenjaku gave him a fair strength, especially in that point in season 1, very early on, 8 or 9 fingers. And that didn't really sound all that crazy in the moment, but now that we know Sukuna, what he could do at 15 fingers, 8 fingers is impressive, but it goes even further, because they touch on why didn't he open up his domain, and him getting embarrassed, which hurt his pride against Gojo. His real boiling point with Kenjaku was when they're playing mahjong or whatever it is in the anime. Like, they have to keep Gojo in a certain space for an allotted time. That's certain death with Gojo. We see anytime he gets his hands on them, he's ripping limbs off, weak points, killing them, splatting them. So Jogo is basically, he's acting on that fire all the time. He's firing on all cylinders 24/7. That's with every emotion. So if Mahito is the mirror of humanity, Jogo is the reflection, or the closest thing to it in terms of a curse. Obviously, he's not a human, but he has the most humane moment of any curse that we've seen, and that's the tear he sheds talking to Sukuna in the cursed realm. He's greeted by his friends. He's still, even though they may not remember each other, as a pack of like, in hundreds of years in the wasteland, we'll meet up, because he believes that losing his life, the curse's life, anything is worth the end result of just curses in general being the ones who roam Earth, the true humans. And that's why, like, that true human moment from Jogo really made me appreciate his character. People call him a fraud. I don't see how he's a fraud. Like, a jobber is kind of fair to say, because episode 7, it's like a showcase of Gojo's power, a reveal of his power. And then the poor bastard had to go up against Sukuna, knowing he was gonna lose. So one thing you could say about Jogo, he's a fraud, but at least say he's a fraud with resolve. He truly believed and was down for his cause. You have to respect that. If you're one of those people who thinks he's a fraud because he lost both fights he was in, I mean, yeah, like the jobber thing is hard to kind of beat that allegation, but he isn't a fraud because of that. He just is unfortunate. He got the hands twice, but Ishigori lost both of his first 2 fights, and people love him. So he's not a fraud. And I don't think Jogo's a fraud. I think Jogo is a well-done character. He's like a good appetizer, before we get Mahito. Personally thought Jogo, 3-piecing 3 big sorcerers and names, whether he got the kill or not, doesn't really matter to me. It was still a pretty dope moment. But really, this is just kind of a celebration for the cursed spirit that is Jogo. Thanks for staying for the whole video. I know this isn't supposed to be like a deep analysis or character explained or breakdown. This really is something new for me. I kind of just want to talk about a specific character in a very short form video. And kind of, I guess we'll call it like Tiberius's smooth brain breakdowns, because I want to give a character a rating at the end of it. And for Jogo being my first one, and this is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like a S tier character, 1 being just a total cheeks, and 5 being average. Remember that. That's how we'll do this. So on my Tiberius scale, I'm going to give Jogo, subjective opinion for me of Jogo, I favor him pretty, I like to say a 7.5 out of 10. Which I think next I might do Yuta. I would love to talk about Yuta a little bit. And other than that, stay normie, stay weeb, shit, even in between is fine. Until next time, peace.